my old friends and my new friends. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today we're just going to be getting ready and doing a short story time. I'm going to be filming a couple of videos in a row, so you're going to see me looking the same after the makeup. The story time is going to be my experience ordering off of Pure for the RawBeautyKristi launch. And let me explain that I absolutely adore RawBeautyKristi. She is literally one of very, 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 very few large influencers that I still watch. I love everything about her. I love her personality. I love that she's just so raw and so real, and she just gives it to you exactly how it is. I feel like if you met her in person, that's exactly who you would meet, is the person that you see on here. So this is nothing to do with her, because this was not in her control in any which way, right? So, okay, we're gonna start out with my Catrice, and I think I'm using number 35. I had to go and buy a new one. Oh no, 32, sorry, because the ones I had purchased are too dark. I've kept them just in case I need to mix them, because I thought I can't test them and this looked a little light. So I thought, okay, well, it's better to get it too light and then I can mix them. So I got up in the morning and it's so sad, I need a life. The very first thing I remembered, which I know this is true for a lot of us, I'm using my Sonia Kashuk sponge. I hate these sponges. I cannot stand them. I think they're beautiful. It makes me not want to use it. It makes me just want to use the black part so that I don't ruin it, because it's just like stunning, but I hate it because it's so hard. But I need to get rid of some of the sponges that I've been hoarding. So anyways, I wake up and one of the first things I remembered was that her launch was yesterday. And I was like, okay, it was at 9 a.m. Pacific time, so that is 10 a.m. my time. And I get up really early, so I wasn't really too concerned. So I'm just waiting around, doing my thing around my house and blah, blah, blah. And it's about 9:50. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get on the website, because I have experienced in the past with other like collaboration launches that they'll open their website a little early. And so I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure if that's the case and that's what happens, that I'm on there, so I don't have to wait forever. So that was the truth. That was true for this as well. They opened the website probably maybe about 3 or 4 minutes early, or at least 2, because I remember it wasn't 10 yet and it was available to look at. And I'm like, yes, this is awesome. I can get my palette. Oh, I got it on the white part. Ugh. And not have to sit here and fight millions of people over this, because she's got well over 1 million subscribers. So let's say even half of those people try to get the palette. That's 500,000 people, if not more. Because I don't know how far over 1 million she is. So I get on, like I said, it's open, it's available. So I'm like, yes, perfect. I got the palette, I got it in my cart, and I'm super excited. I'm like, this is the first time that I've ever been able to get a launch so easily. I've had trouble in the past with like Jeffree Star launches, like with the Conspiracy palette, but it was not this hard. Luckily, I think Jeffree Star learned from his few launches in the past, that he needs to do a queue and put you in line, and so that it doesn't go crazy like that and the server doesn't crash. So I'm on the website, I have the palette, I put it in my cart, I start to enter all my information, and it sends me back to the beginning. Like literally the beginning, like the home screen of the website. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? Okay, whatever. I do it again, I put it back in my cart. At this point, I'm starting to get errors. So I put it in my cart, and then I get an error, like whatever company they use, Modesto or Modet something, error on my screen. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, so I'm refreshing and refreshing and refreshing, and then finally it allows me to get back on. And I go through it again. It lets me get all the way to my cart. I've got it in my cart. I'm ready to purchase. I'm got my card out. I'm stoked. I'm gonna have my palette. Does it to me again. I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. This is just a palette. It's not that big of a deal. I'm on here early. I'm gonna get it. I'm not worried. So it sends me back to the beginning, and I have to enter my information in again. I was able to get it back into my palette, to enter my my card number, it's like a process on this website. For some reason they ask you like a million questions, like your firstborn social security number and everything. Like they want to know everything. So I'm entering my date of birth, my phone number, my freaking everything. And oh, I washed my brushes, guys. Are you proud? It has been forever, and I washed every single one. It took me forever. So I'm entering all that information in, and it then again does the same exact thing and kicks me out. I'm using my what is this? My Tom Ford. I'm trying to hurry up and get rid of this thing. So I put a nice little dent in it, if you can see. So I'm at this time, by this point, I am actually getting really annoyed, and I was working off of two things. Okay, so I was working off of my iPad and my cell phone. So I'm trying on both of them, because at this point I'm like, I want this palette. And not only do I want it because I love Kristi, but I want it because it's becoming so difficult to even try to get. And yeah, I hardly ever do this, but it doesn't look this crazy after. So it just keeps on doing that to me over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. Then it got to the point where I couldn't even get to that. I couldn't even get to putting it into my cart. It was just freezing, and then it wasn't just freezing, it was just giving me errors. It was saying that the website did not exist. It was telling me a million different things every time I would refresh. It was never the same. It was, like it would be the same later, but it was like one thing, then it would say another thing, then it would say the same thing it said before, then it would say another thing. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, what is going on? Like, Pure isn't a like small makeup brand. They aren't a brand that is new. They are an independent brand that has never done this before, and so they are like in shell shock and aren't sure how to proceed. They have been doing this for a long time. I used to see Pure infomercials in the middle of the night when I was a kid. That's how long Pure has been around. Back then, all they had was like this, it was I think they still even have it. It's just a mineral compact. And so they've been around. They've done collaborations with, you know, trolls and I don't know who else they did a collaboration, like if they've done collabs with people, but I know they've done collaborations with like movies, Disney characters and this stupid, you know, not stupid, just things like that. And so I was just so confused because I thought, you know, if anybody would be prepared, it would be them, because they aren't new to this. You know, they have had plenty of collaborations, so they should be very, very well equipped, especially because according to Kristi's video, this has been in the works since early 2000, or maybe late 2018. Regardless, 2018. And so they had plenty of time to figure out, you know, a server processor, make sure that maybe they had a queue or something. But no. They did not consider the fact that they had decided to collaborate with someone that has well over 1 million subscribers. They didn't think about that. They didn't think about the fact that what if for some magical reason all 1 million of those people decided to log on at the same time? Could their servers handle that? And so I'm telling you, this was going on for let's say I logged on at about 9:50, and this was going on until about, I think I finally got my palette at like 5 or 6. And this was seriously after the same thing. After them it just kept failing. Finally, oh my gosh, there was this one point where I had the palette in my cart. I had entered in all of my credit card information. I had entered in my coupon code. I had entered in my shipping preference. I had done every single thing. And then I'm to the point where it's asking me how I entered my credit card information. I had done everything. And then all I needed to do was press submit, like, or, you know, place order. And I hit place order, and it completely kicks me out. And I know that it didn't charge me because my card automatically sends me a text message every single time it's used. It doesn't matter if it's $1. It sends me a text message just saying your card has been used for such and such purchase. And so I was like, wow, is this even worth this? Like, I've been doing, and this was probably about an hour in to trying to order. And I'm just like, man, this really sucks, is all I kept thinking. It really sucks because I'm doing this because I am a fan of Kristi. I am a fan of her. I adore her. I'm not doing this because I'm this diehard Pure fan. I think that their eyeshadow quality is really great. I love their foundation. I have it, but I love a lot of foundations. Catrice is one of my new ride or dies. But I'm doing this, and I'm waiting this long, and I'm struggling this hard because I like Kristi. I support Kristi, not because I'm supporting Pure. I wouldn't do this for any other collaboration. I wouldn't do this for trolls. I wouldn't do this for any other YouTuber, influencer, beauty guru, whatever. I wouldn't do this for anyone else but her. And so at the point where I was like, you know what, I'm giving up. Screw this. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to just give up like that. I'm just going to just keep trying. I think I was probably about, I'm still, obviously I'm not just sitting on my butt on the couch, just like staring at my phone. I'm still walking around the house, doing the things I need to do, periodically refreshing my page, trying to get things to work properly, and nothing's happening. And then I go back to doing something else, and then I go back to looking at what's going on, and same thing over and over again. And then I'm seeing the apologies on Instagram from Kristi. And I think at that point is when I was pissed. Not at Kristi, at Pure. I was pissed that Pure wasn't the one that first started apologizing. Kristi has no control over their servers. No control. So she didn't owe us an apology. She didn't do that to us. She's not like, like, let's say, for instance, like if Tati Westbrook's brand would have crashed, that is Tati Westbrook's responsibility. That is her brand. That is her company. So she is in control over what happens, and she should have been better prepared. Or if Jeffree Star's palette, when his happened and his servers went down for like 4 hours, and with the Shane Dawson palette, and that was his responsibility because it's his company. It's his, everything is on him. So you can't blame anyone else because you are the one that should have been prepared. But as far as Kristi, she doesn't own Pure, so she doesn't have any say in what's going on that end of anything. She's just the creator of the palette, sitting there excited, waiting to see if people are going to buy it. And she's on here apologizing for them when it's not her fault. And that really, really made me mad. And I was just kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, you don't owe us an apology. They do, first of all. Because clearly they didn't know who they were collabing with. Because if they had any inkling, they would have been way better prepared, which they had plenty of time. This collab didn't just happen yesterday. They freaking have been working on it for like 2 years or so. And so they should have been well prepared. And then, she's trying to give us updates and trying to like let us know what's going on. And then the queue starts. Oh my gosh. It's like, did they just finally, like, their brains just started working and they thought, oh, maybe we should do a queue, which we should have done in the first place so that this whole entire shit show didn't happen. No, they decided to put that queue in effect like 4 hours into this launch, which is insane to me. So, she goes on and explains what's going on with that, and that they're doing a queue now, and if your number is below this or above this, do this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, this is just so incredibly frustrating. Like, what is, I don't understand. So by this time, I was in the queue, but I was in a really low number, so I was able to get it pretty quickly. I think it took me like 27 minutes once I was in the queue. And then I was like, you know what? I haven't been waiting this long just to get a palette. So I got 2. And I'm considering giving one away in a giveaway once they come. If they even do. Like, I have a feeling there's going to be shipping issues as well. I have a feeling that I'm going to be one of the lucky ones that, like, they charged and never send my palette to. That would just be my luck. And so I decided to order 2 in case I want to do a giveaway for the people that weren't able to get one. just, you know, for fun. Because with a coupon code, I was able to kind of get them for a pretty decent price. And so I'm looking online and I'm looking at Pure's website, and they're like, there was people still waiting at like 9 o'clock at night. And I commented on their Instagram. I can't remember word for word what I wrote. I'm sure if you go to their Instagram, it's the first picture of Kristi in the launch. You'd be able to find it. I commented, like, you have to remember there's still people waiting. This is ridiculous. And they're not waiting because they love Pure. They're waiting because they love Kristi. Remember that. And like, because I was getting so mad because people were like, oh, I finally got it after waiting for 9 hours. And Pure was responding with, oh my gosh, yay, I can't wait to see what looks you create. Not a, oh, I'm so sorry that it took you this long, that it took you 8 hours to get your palette. Like, I'm genuinely sorry, and I hope that when you do just get your palette, that you create something beautiful and that you share that with us. No, the only thing they were saying was, yay, we're glad you received it and you were able to get it, and we can't wait to see what looks you create. And I was just kind of like, dude, seriously, you owe everyone like free shipping, like for sure. And they deleted my comment, and then I rewrote it, and instead of it being like a main thing you can see, I wrote it inside another comment that I had left, because I left another one saying like, this is ridiculous, this is a joke, you guys aren't a small company, you guys are a multi-million-dollar organization. There is no way that this should be happening. No way. This is absurd. And sorry, when I do this, like look like this, I'm looking at my eyebrows because I'm trying to make sure that they're even. I know they're not supposed to be sisters, but I want them to be Siamese twins. Like, other than being stuck together, I want them to be like exactly alike. So yeah, I mean, and people were just like commenting back like, oh my god, I can't believe you're attacking them. Do you really think Kristi would want you to be on here blasting this company? And I'm like, dude, you're acting like I'm yelling at an old lady. I'm not even yelling one. And this is a company, not a person. And I think that a lot of times people forget that. You aren't talking to people. I mean, you are, but you aren't. Like, these people that you're talking to aren't invested in this. They, most of the time, don't give two shits. They're trying to get their money. They're mad because their servers are down because they're losing sales. Not because we're sitting in hold or because we're having all these problems. They're thinking of all the money they're losing, okay? The only one that was worried about us as consumers was Kristi. Because without us, this would have never been possible for her. And so I'm just like, dude, you know, it's like yelling at your wall and someone telling you, don't do that, it hurts feelings. Like, you're gonna make it feel bad. My wall doesn't give two shits what I say to it. It's still gonna be a wall. It's not gonna not be a wall just because I'm yelling at it. And so if you think that Pure lost any sleep over my comments, you're crazy, because they didn't. And yeah, I was just furious. I could not believe how ridiculous the situation turned out. Like, I was just floored. There's people still commenting this morning talking about, I'm using my KKW Mario palette. I actually recorded this look and then, well, I tried to, and then realized my camera wasn't even recording. There was even people still this morning complaining that they either were not able to get, one comment I saw said that they weren't able to get a palette until midnight. That is some diehard Kristi like fan, like for sure. Like that's probably some stuff I would do. That's how much I love and adore her. But I know that I definitely like cannot stand Pure at this point. Like I like their products. I've used them on here. I've given Pure products away in giveaways. Their highlighters are beautiful. Their foundation's great. I personally think though that they handled this so incredibly bad, like horribly. Like I don't understand how they were able to make this such a shit show. Like Kristi's pregnant and going through some of the most amazing, great, wonderful things in her life right now. She's having a baby when she never thought she could. She's like, everything seems to be falling in place for her. Her channel's growing. She's pregnant. She got her first brand collaboration. First, you have to think about that too. This was her first. This wasn't her like 8th or 9th or 10th. She's been through this, done this before, no big deal. This was her very, very first, which should have been done a long time ago. But whatever. And instead of rejoicing and being excited and so happy, she's apologizing for Pure. That to me was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. She should be sitting there just basking in this, you know? And just, yeah, I felt bad for her that instead of being able to be excited for what was her first brand collaboration, she had to spend it all day saying sorry. Pure should be absolutely ashamed and embarrassed of themselves. Okay, so the first color I went into was Look Up. Second color was Don't Move. And now I'm going into Glam King, which is this one right here, with my fluffier brush, my Studio Gear 34. And this is just gonna go on the outside of this. I love this palette. It is so pretty. So pretty. So yeah, I was pretty furious. Like, and then even when I got on the queue, got on the website and was ordering my stuff, it got me to the point where I could put in my credit card information and then hit place order, and I got an error like 4 times, and I just kept hitting okay and then going back, and I finally was able to get my order placed. So I hope, like I said, with my luck, this will be one of those situations where I think I have my order placed and then nothing comes, and they're gonna be like, oh, kind of like what happened to me with NYX, which I still haven't gotten my refund. They, you know, said that the order was never logged. I'm like, are you serious? So I'm just hoping that that's not what happens with this one, that all of us that placed our order, that waited for hours and hours, get our stuff, and that we don't end up hearing, oh my gosh, it wasn't logged. So we're gonna give you a refund, and then you're just gonna have to wait for like the restock, because I would be on fire. And it has nothing to do with me being on YouTube and wanting to review it, which I do, but it would just be more of like a, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, no, I want my palette. You took my money, and now I want my freaking palette. Oh my gosh. And then I've just had like the shittiest luck with companies. So I don't know if you guys remember, I placed an order for the same palette that NYX never sent me. I paid for it. It never came. Never came. I called them finally a month later because I actually I forgot that I ordered it, and then I remembered because I saw it finally on Ulta, and I was like, oh my gosh, I ordered that palette already. And I looked at the order confirmation that I received, and I had ordered it June 6th, and it was already like the 8th or something of July. And I was like, that's weird. Like, do they usually take this long? Because I never order from NYX website. I usually order my stuff straight from Ulta if I want something from NYX. And so I called them, and they told me my order had never been logged. Whatever. I love this. I hate the sprayer. It is a joke. Like, it just goes, like, whose face is that big? Like, seriously, unless you're trying to spray a cow. So they cancel my order, give me a refund, which I haven't received yet. And then I order the palette from Ulta. This is a whole shit show with Ulta. I ordered the palette from Ulta. I'm like super excited. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get it. It comes and it is completely obliterated, shattered. Every color in the palette was probably broken except for like 3. And I'm just like going, what in the hell? Like, did the post, like, they didn't put it in bubble wrap, they didn't anything. It was just sitting in a box. So it's obviously gonna break. It's not made of cement. So, and they still don't sell them in store, so I couldn't go to Ulta and go pick it up and return it to them and then just go get a new one. So I called Ulta. They, will ship you out a new one. Hopefully this one doesn't arrive in the same condition. And then they and then that's that. So I'm waiting for that to come, which hopefully comes the way it's supposed to in one piece. Then I placed an order for I was really, really curious about the Coca-Cola Morphe palette. More so because I liked the packaging. I think it's kind of an iconic, Coca-Cola is iconic. I don't drink soda. I haven't drank it in years. So it's not about the actual soda. It's just, Coke is just iconic. Like, when, I remember when they used to make the cups. I can't remember what, like, fast food place used to make it for, like, Christmas time. McDonald's or Burger King or one of those places. Those were, like, the coolest cups, And I think it's just iconic. They're, like, probably one of the first soda brands. I'm saying probably because I don't know. So yesterday a package comes and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's probably that palette. And I check the website because I didn't want to open it. I wasn't in the mood to open any packages. I check the app on my phone just real quick just to see what package it is. And it says, yeah, that it's the Coca-Cola package. So I'm like, okay, cool. So later in the evening, I'm like, oh yeah, that package is downstairs. So I go grab it, get my scissors, open it up, and I'm like, what the freaking crap is this? Let me show you what came. Okay, this was supposed to be the Coca-Cola palette. and that's it. They sent me scrunchies and with wisdom learning bag. This is what came. And I'm literally sitting there looking at it for a minute, and I'm like, I didn't order this. What the hell is this shit? So I look at the package, the packing slip, and it's not even my name. It's some chick in New York. And I'm like, what is going on? So I called her, and I'm telling them, you guys sent me the wrong the wrong stuff. Here's my order number, and here's the order number on the packing slip. And then I look, and the Coca-Cola palette is out of stock. And it doesn't even have a go ahead and enter your email address so that you can be notified when it is in stock. It's just gone. And it's gone off of Morphe. So I'm just like, you're kidding me, right? Like, you guys sent me the wrong package, and I can't even get the right one. And then my daughter was like, well, maybe this is a sign you need to stop ordering stuff. And I was like, listen here, kid, no one's talking to you. Okay, go away. It's just been a total and utter shit show, basically, with these companies. Oh, my lips look like crap. They're so stinking dry. I don't even know where I am. I cleaned my desk, which is fabulous because it needed it so badly. Now it's like when I do that, I never know where anything is, so we'll just use some Fenty, which I'm not feeling too much lately because the clear one is kind of sticky compared to the other ones. So anyways, yeah. So the guy tells me, well, there's nothing I can do for you. Sorry, all I can do is give you a refund. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't give me like a 20% off coupon like for my next purchase. Nothing for sending my product to somebody else, and now I can't even get it. And he's like, nope, there's nothing we can do. That's literally, I'm quoting him. And I was like, oh, wow. Life is just, I know, first world problems, there's bigger problems in the world, but it's just annoying. It's my money they're messing with, right? So yeah, I was really frustrated yesterday about that. I was really frustrated yesterday about the whole RawBeautyKristi thing, and it was just like, dude, can anything go right today? Like one thing, I just want one thing. I just want my palettes to come the way they're supposed to, not broken. I want my time to be taken seriously, because I feel like Pure literally did not take anybody's time into consideration, especially the people that were on there for so many hours just waiting and like trying not to blink because they didn't want to miss out, you know. And then when I had commented on that, like on their website or on their Instagram, and I said, you guys should at least be offering people like free shipping. And they responded with, we offer free shipping on orders over $50 or more. With a coupon code, Kristi's palette came down to $27. So you want me to spend another 50 bucks on your shitty website just so I can get free shipping? No, thank you. That was just disgusting. That just showed me though that they didn't give a shit. And so there was like people defending them, like they're doing what they can. What more do you want from them? For them to get their shit together, like. And that's what I said to somebody, like, you act like I'm yelling at an old lady. This is an organization, not a freaking, I'm not yelling at a person. Like, these people probably could give a shit less what I have to say, and they're most definitely don't give a shit what you have to say. They are they're responding to everyone that's saying, Oh, I got my palette with a very generic response. And I looked and they're responding to everyone that said they finally got their palette like 10 hours later. The exact same. Yay, I can't believe you got it. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what looks you create. That was literally, it was like copying and pasting to everybody that said that they got the palette. And I was like, wow, they can't even like say like, I'm sorry it took you so long. I hope that you enjoy the palette once you receive it. Here's we're gonna DM you a coupon code or a discount code on your next purchase. We genuinely apologize. Thank you for being patient. Even though it's like, don't thank us for being patient. We weren't being patient. We were just doing that for Kristi. So yeah, it was really, really annoying. Really annoying. So I figured out that if I wait and put my mascara on after I put my lashes on, it's a lot easier for me to put my lashes on, because I've been struggling to get the lashes just to get over my eyelashes, my real ones. Like they usually like will all entangle. But if I don't put mascara on first, they don't do that. So I'm like, yes. Which is kind of like, duh. It's kind of common sense. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go with the mascara. So I know a lot of you guys, just like I wanted that palette, went through kind of a similar, if not the exact same struggle as me. I'd like to hear how you guys did it. Sorry guys. Did you guys just give up? Did you guys wait? Did you guys say screw it? I'm not, like, it's not worth it. This is taking too long. I have things to do. I have to live. Or did you guys wait? Did you guys wait until like midnight or this morning and try to get palettes? Oh, I'm still using my Marc Jacobs mascara, and I'm telling you guys, this stuff is amazing. So good. So good. Yeah, I'm curious how you guys handled it. Like, were you guys as annoyed as I was? Or were you guys just like, oh, whatever, it's just makeup? Because, I mean, it's true, it is. It's just makeup. It's not the end of the world. But it's not that for me. It's the fact that this team, this organization that probably isn't owned by itself. I think probably Pure is probably owned by another company. And I think for a while there, Pure was probably about to go down, because I hadn't heard of anyone using them in forever. I mean, I think they were spending their last dimes on brand trips last year because they were drowning. Because I don't think anybody was using their products except for the foundation, and that was their savior too, because they came out with, I think, what was like 100 shades, which, I mean, it's like, yay, thanks for being so inclusive, but 100 shades, like, how do I figure out of 100 shades which one I am? Like, there's being inclusive, and then there's being freaking overboard. Like, you're crazy. Like, just, I don't know. And I've heard that from other people, not just, I'm not the only one that thinks that. I think that they were like, well, we're not gonna just have 50 shades or 60 shades. We're gonna have 100. And it's not even gonna just be a foundation. It's gonna be a foundation and a concealer. I mean, I love it. It's a great foundation, but it was just kind of like, dude, it took me forever to figure out which color it was. And I think it, like, a few fails. But yeah, I'm just really disappointed in Pure. Not that my standards for them were very high anyway. But I was very, very disappointed in them, and they're shitty. And the way they did Kristi, really, really shitty, because they did. No matter which way you look at it, the person that got affected by this the most was her. She should have just been able to sit back and rub her baby bump and enjoy her very first brand collaboration, and not have to jump on Instagram and apologize profusely for things that she had no control over. I'm gonna put a little bit more blush because I feel like I'm looking a little sallow, like there's not enough color to my face. So I know this was like a long video, I'm sorry, but I wanted to see if your guys' experience was the same as mine and how you guys felt about it. And how you guys are feeling about Pure after this whole debacle. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that if you guys have this palette, you guys found some inspiration to maybe bust it out of your collection. This is, you know, it was my shop, my stash, because nothing that I used today was new. And yeah, hopefully I can do a review on the palette, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.